Brought to you by Penguin.
Inside Mercedes F1. Written and read by me, Matt Whyman. Preface. Right now, this desert circuit under the stars is the last place anyone in the team wants to be. The timer has just run out on the qualifying session that determines the grid order for tomorrow's race, the first in Formula One's 2023 season. At the back of the garage, here at the Bahrain International Circuit, it feels as if the air is running out fast. All around, personnel are vacating the space as quickly as they can. The mechanics rush to meet the cars as they return to the pit lane, while the engineers make their way out to a briefing room to work out the next steps. Everyone, it seems, from the technicians to the team physio, has suddenly found a pressing reason to be elsewhere. Within less than a minute, just one individual from the team remains. Toto Wolff, the Austrian billionaire, part owner of the Mercedes-AMG PETRONAS F1 Team, CEO and team principal, is seated on a high stool with his back to me. The boss, as he's informally known here, is positioned at the bridge of the engineers' station, a central island that divides the garage into two bays. In terms of motor racing real estate, the confined space within this live working environment is at a premium. 60 minutes earlier, with the session just underway and the garage teeming with people, I had been ushered in to stand before a tool cabinet just a few feet behind Wolff and then quietly advised not to move. As a result, I don't believe he's aware that I'm here, nor does this feel like the right time to even clear my throat. Wolff is 6 foot 5 inches tall and in good shape for a man in his early 50s. Usually, this helps him to present an outer confidence. Just then, I am alone in seeing a rare chink in that armour. The neckline of his dark hair is just low enough to brush the collar of his white team shirt, below which the fabric is pulled tight by slumped shoulder blades as Wolff stares into the monitor before him. This is the captain of a ship. Having set eyes on the passage ahead, it's his heart that has just sunk. Wolff hasn't moved since the 20 driver name tags and lap times on his monitor's leaderboard window locked into order. As the 2023 racing calendar gets started, it's the first competitive test of performance across the field. The result is painfully revealing on several levels. In a foreboding show of strength, the 2-times F1 world champion, Max Verstappen, has just placed his Red Bull car on pole, the front of the grid, in a position known as P1, with some ease. Trailing in at P6 and P7 respectively, Mercedes F1 drivers George Russell and Lewis Hamilton are down on the Dutch driver by over half a second. It might seem little more than the time between successive heartbeats, but it represents a seemingly insurmountable gulf. As one team member tells me later, bridging that gap could take at least 6 months of car development time. Alone in front of his data screen, Wolff is faced by the reality of the situation, which has him by the throat. That Aston Martin's Fernando Alonso has surprised everyone to claim P5 behind the 2 Ferraris and the second Red Bull adds to the jugular squeeze. As an engine supplier to the Aston Martin team, as well as several others on the grid, Mercedes have just been outclassed by a customer. He could be confronted by the numbers or simply staring at a reflection of his own soul, for this moment can mean many things. Without doubt, it's an existential horror for Wolff, and one made harder to bear by the history of Mercedes since their return to the sport as a team in 2010. After all, this is the racing outfit that has won a record-breaking 8 consecutive World Constructors Championships from 2014 to 2021. It's also helped power superstar driver Lewis Hamilton to match Michael Schumacher's record of 7 World Drivers' titles. That the previous season saw Mercedes F1 miss fire with a car that no longer raced from the front.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?